Very disappointing. That's Bill Shorten's take on his shock election loss. In a return to both the press and political spotlight today, the former leader of the Labor Party is keen to now take the fight to the government over its controversial robo-debt program for welfare payments.
Emerging from the sidelines, but staying on message. Bill Shorten consistent when describing his reaction to Labor's surprise election loss.
Well, it was very disappointing. Very disappointing for the nation, for the people who voted for Labor and people who needed a Labor government. Very disappointing personally. Oh, listen, it was very disappointing. You can't gild that lily. Just plainly very disappointing. And disappointing for me, and I think disappointing for a lot of people. But nonetheless, it's happened.
The opposition leader turned shadow government services minister kept a low profile over the past couple of months.
What I have been able to do is reconnect with my family.
Bill Shorten isn't conceding problem policies like negative gearing or franking credits were to blame.
I came here to talk about robo-debt. We've got a review. What I'm not going to do is preempt the review.
A Labor review into their electoral defeat not expected to report until October. Until then, one of Mr Shorten's key priorities, he says, will be scrapping the controversial welfare recovery scheme, robo-debt. And after being sidelined for the 46th Parliament's first few question times, Bill Shorten is now back on the attack.
Minister, how many debt notices issued under the government's robo-debt program have turned out to be wrong?
We have, since 1 July 2015, recovered $1.9 billion in overpayments.
Cease interjecting.
Of the 800,000 income compliance reviews since 1 July 2016 that have been finalised, 80% have resulted in a debt being collected.
Bill Shorten is back and it appears he'll be speaking out when it suits him and his party. Brendan Smith, Sky News, Canberra.